Good morning, everybody. Nice big crowd today. Val, Michael, Nikki, Michael, Michael twice, Dex, Donald, Longimer, Brian, Francois, David, Andrew, David, Muku, Infinity, Dan, Valerie, Jan, Craig, Cliff, Ted, Suckbeer, Kevin, Barbara. Good morning, everybody. If you want to chat with me, just like all these fine folks, say good morning to everybody. All you got to do, be a subscriber. Hit the little button right over here, the little green overlay, little square on the screen. Be a subscriber. A few seconds later, live chat opens. If you're on an iPhone, I guess maybe there's some problem sometimes for some people, but otherwise it should work for you. And morning, Alan Arturo. Glad to see everybody. Well, that thing I said on Monday morning about McCarthy cutting deals on the side and probably lose his speakership for it. Guess what happened? And funny enough, he on his way out last night, he was like, I'm not going to run again, but I do nominate former President Trump to be Speaker of the House. And I think that would light some people's hair on fire if that happens. But they can elect anybody. I don't think it would happen. Could happen, but I don't think it'll happen. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, we have the pro temp, which nobody knew who that was going to be. It was kind of a secret thing that was held by what do they call it, the page or whatever it is, the house. I don't know. Not keeping the house. I guess the way they operate in my mind is not a priority for me. The way politics works. So anyway, the new pro temp is in charge. He's a interesting, I guess you would say, interesting pick. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the markets. What's moving? What's happening? Seems to be somewhat positive so far in the market so far. We'll see what actually uncovers. Anyway, all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, and fun. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Let's be honest. Don't buy crap. All right? Don't buy crap out there. I'm not suggesting you buy any stocks, any options, any futures, any cryptos, anything. No Forex, no nothing. All right? Don't buy that crap. You can lose money. All right? Now, if you make your own decisions, you learn how to do this, you can make substantial amounts of money at this game that we call trading. I'm more of a trader than an investor. The stuff I'm going to talk about today is trading. And if you desire personal financial advice, you need to hire and consult a financial advisor. All right. Here we go. We're on Wednesday this week. And we had some non-farm payrolls come in. A non-farm employment change, minus 80 or 89. Way under. Way under. And then we have some ISM services PMI coming out after the market opens at 10. And that was a light number, but in with the trend, I guess you would say. The trend has been down. And could go, I guess it could go negative. May go negative, could go negative. We could get a negative print. We'll see what happens there. Looks like it's in the trend, though. Trend looks like it's going to go negative. Could lose some jobs. It's an interesting thing there. What does that mean for the market? Not much. I mean, economic news. You have to kind of separate this in your brain. Everybody thinks the stock market is based on the economy. The stock market is this big, I mean, for lack of a better term, casino. Because most people think it's gambling. I think it's more advanced than that. I mean, maybe you could consider it gambling, and those of us that know the patterns to take advantage of, we have the edge. We are the house, and in most cases. But then, if you're just out there randomly buying crap that you hear about somewhere else, or you hear your neighbor talk about, or whatever, you're probably more gambling, and you're probably going to lose your money if you're looking at this whole thing as gambling. All right. If you look at this as taking a strategic approach and attacking high probability patterns, it's not so much gambling. Now, the economy, it's this whole other thing. All right. You have to separate this in your mind that things that happen in the economy, sometimes they trickle over and have effect, but for the most part, we're in two different towers. We're doing trading and we're making short-term changes here. The economy is this like 9,000 foot long train or boat, in the ocean, and little things hitting it, and it makes these big turns, and we're trading like speedboats. Our little accounts are nothing in the broad economy. So you got to keep it in mind that sure, we sit here and we talk about the mainstream media. Oh, Powell and blah blah blah. They were talking about raising rates, and this is gonna crush the traders are pricing it in. How many of you made any trades based on what any of the Fed people said? How many people? And we're talking about all these speakers that have spoken this week so far. Powell, Hawker, Barr. We got more of them coming up today. How many has any one of you made any kind of decision about your trading based on anything they said? And no. So why would you think that the rest of the traders out there made any decision based on anything they said? All right. That's complete bullshit. I mean, let's call it what it is. All right. Complete bullshit. Traders don't give a flying flip what they say on your day-to-day decisions. So the market selling off based on that bull crap is just what it is, bull crap. All right. That's one reason why I think news is full of malarkey. They pick the stories that they think you're going to latch onto, and the rest of us. I mean, we all know about that, right? Like we heard that mainstream media narrative. We all heard it. We all know it. And we all latched onto it. They picked a narrative that we'd all pay attention to. Just think about it. When you watch YouTube, when you watch mainstream media, when you hear the news stories, when you look at the websites, those headlines, they're designed. Even the headlines I pick for YouTube, they're designed to try to catch attention, because that's how you get views. That's how you make ultimately, that's how I make money. That's how I afford to do this. All right. It's viewers like you. It's people clicking it. It's people, it's the ads. It's the people that trust me and want to go further, that click the link in the description. It's all of those things that help me keep doing this. I mean, I can't keep doing this if I'm not making any money at it. All right. I got to support a family. And if this isn't cutting it, I got to go do something else. All right. I didn't come from a huge family with a ton of money, so I don't have large trading accounts. It's all entertainment. Even what I do is entertainment. Let's be honest. You're somewhat entertained by me. You somewhat trust me. We have a relationship here as a provider of content and a viewer. And I mean, that's what YouTube is. All right. So anyway, off the soapbox. We're trading. We're not investing in the economy. So anyway, I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm trying to cut through the crap that's out here and give you some real actionable information. All right, we are working on a bottom. S&P 500. We are working on a bottom. We move this out of the way. Look at. I drew this box. I don't know how many days ago. I don't even remember anymore. Drew this box. We stopped right at the bottom of the box. I thought we would get a daily close in the box. There it is. We got it yesterday. All right, we got it. We got the close in the box. Can this be the bottom? Yeah. That could be the bottom. Could we drop on down? Yeah, we can drop on down. We're seeing a little bit of green here in the futures, pre-market, a little bit of green. That'll probably take the S&P higher here in about 3 minutes. Probably get a little bit of green. We were negative 60. We're kind of due some big up here. All right, we have dropped significantly here. I mean, look at that. That's 6% down on the S&P. I was kind of speculating yesterday during, I think it was during 30 Minutes of Awesome, that we would see some kind of bottom form in here. And it could be like a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders thing right there. And that could lead to a bigger pop. Pretty cool, right? That's kind of how bottoms get formed in price action. There was a little fly that just went through here. Anyway, so I go right in front of my eyes. So what's moving today? This is a big sloppy chart, but look, I mean, we've been nothing but sideways since all the way over here. Look, October 21. Look where we are. I mean, we've done nothing but go sideways. Clean this up so we can actually see it right there, coming across. Look at that. October 4th, 2021. Look where we are. October 4th, 2023. Look at that. Do you feel like you've wasted 2 years of your life trying to trade the market? Are you ahead? Oh, I was one of the reasons I was late this morning. A question got asked. If I had to invest in something for 2 months and walk away from the market, not have any cell phone access, not have any updates, what might I invest in to try to pay for my trip? I was like, gosh, that's a difficult question. I'm a trader. I make short-term decisions. I reserve the right to change what I'm doing in the face of information. I mean, it's not being wrong that costs you money. It's staying wrong. If you stay wrong for 2 months and you're not even able to know that you're wrong, that could cost you substantially. Even a quality company, the CEO could get caught with a car full of coke and underage girls. And what's it going to do to the company? I mean, could get caught, driving drunk and go to jail. I mean, like, there's all sorts of things. There's the bell. And I don't think I could walk away for 2 months and sleep at night, really. I think something like a CD, like a 3-month CD, probably cover the trip and still have your principal nice, safe, and sound when you got back. That's probably my answer. There's tools for situations, and having exposure to the market when you can't pay attention, that wouldn't be my choice. So anyway, we've spent more time below that line from October to October than we have above the line. You may be like, JT, what are you talking about? Like, look, from October 4th, 2021, we spent this little bit of time above, a lot of bit of time below, and this little bit of time above. So we've spent more time in the last 2 years underwater. And if you just bought October 4th, 2021, walked away for 2 years, you made nothing. Made nothing. All right. Crazy that way, right? So there we go. We're off to the races. Now, S5FI, down in the single digits. Last time we were there, a year ago. All right. Yeah, money market, CD, whatever you want to do. A 3-month CD, pretty good. Money market paying 5%, that's a year. Something like XYLD pay you 1% a month. You could do a covered call, buy SPY, do a covered call, walk away. Go out 2 months. But you got to be careful. All right. You could get a big down. The next crazy thing could hit the market and you couldn't liquidate. I mean, in the long term, maybe you're okay. I wouldn't, that's just not where I'm at right now. I couldn't walk away for 2 months. This is what I do. I update the markets every day. This could be the bottom. This little push out in green. If we break back above this stuff today, if we get a big up, that's probably a good indication we're at the bottom. Now, could we push on down lower? Sure as Sure is bullshit. We could. Sure as shoot. So watch for a push even lower. All right. If we start breaking down today, we're going to be hunting a bottom. Everything is indicating we're hunting a bottom. Is it today? Is it tomorrow? I don't know. But we're hunting a bottom at this point. Is it going to be a long-term bottom or a short-term bottom? Time's going to tell. It looks like it's going to be a long-term bottom. We may go up to a new high, new all-time high. I think we're almost there. In Q, may need a little flush. Like we didn't touch the roadmap line yet. Still, this is one of those things I'm keeping an eye on. We made a higher low, even with the push down, and there's that little fly again. Even with the push down, a little bit of green today. That may be all she does. Kind of expected to get the gap fill and a touch of the roadmap line, but we just may not do it. Russell showing a nice reversal potential so far. See what actually transcends here today. Tried to push out the bottom of the box and showing a little green here pre-market. The IWM trade, the day trade is kind of mucked up at this point. We've already smeared up the close for yesterday. Nothing to do there. CL looks like it's coming back down to the roadmap line. I think we're going to come back down to the 80s. And we're already at 87. Probably lose another $6. Then we'll look for another turning point. Pretty much hit that target right on the money. Now retracing pretty violently. Breaking below those lows that I talked about yesterday. Continuation lower. Right down there. GC, hunting the bottom here. Probably need one more little push down into my target. We scratched the top of it yesterday. Could probably use just a little bit lower push. Bitcoin holding the roadmap line so far. If we break back above this high up here, that's going to be an epic run right there on Bitcoin. At least the potential for it. Ethereum doing something different. Rejecting the roadmap line. Looks like it may want to push down to this target down here. And if you run the fib from the low to the high, do the extension, the 1272 is right there where I drew that like a month ago or whatever. I think we were over here back in early September. I drew this, saying that was more an ideal place to find a bottom. And at this point, that's exactly where the 1272 is if we extend that move down. Caution on that. That can retrace while Bitcoin goes higher. We see cryptos all the time diverge from the main crypto, all right? They're only correlated when they're correlated. They're not when they're not. DXY, still chugging on the path. 108 looks likely. I mean, we could hold that right there. We haven't closed above it. We could hold that fib, that 50% retrace. It's the 107.11, 50% retrace. We could hold that and turn down. Like we haven't been able to actually get above it. That could lead us to the next leg down in the dollar. So ASML getting a nice little pop, but I think big picture is still on the path to do the 618 retrace. Holding the 50% so far. It's kind of like the opposite of the dollar. You know, it's come down to the 50%, whereas the dollar's come up to the 50% retrace. That could be it. I mean, it could bounce here and go higher, but I'm just kind of feeling like we get that little bit of further drop, another $60 or so. CDT, wow, that's a biotech pharma. Be careful. That pop led to a drop, and be careful on this biotech pharma stuff. Can lose money. SMCI, just chopping around here under resistance. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times we've hit this area. Watch out for the bigger retrace down to the roadmap line. We've come up short a couple times here. We may need one more flush to flush this thing out. And it may just chop in this zone until it actually gets into the roadmap line. Could do this for how long? For months. We could be sitting here chopping in the zone in February. It could be over here in February. That one doesn't have to move anymore. Like that could be it. Everybody could just agree that's kind of the value right now. DEO, Well, that's a pop, but on a giant dumpster fire of a chart drop. So be careful right there. How low can she go? I mean, 143 maybe find support. Looking on back in the chart, large consolidation right down here. So this one may come on down to retest that zone. Could it go on down to 100? Yeah, it very well could. I'd be careful on that one. Let's see, FNGU. Somebody yesterday was like, I think it's broken. It's not going to 250 on 30 minutes of awesome. We'll see. It's holding the roadmap line really well, and it hasn't made a lower low than right back here at 139. Looks like to me, I mean, just based on the price action, this is a leverage instrument. Be careful on leverage. But just based on this pattern that we have right here, it hasn't invalidated the move to 250. We break back above this resistance zone, it's game on. 250, 283, possibly even like wickedly higher than that. ZS, still just kind of chopping in this zone. Unable to break above that. I mean, look, that's once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we've tried to break up through that zone so far. There's a lot of resistance right there. We get above that, it can be very positive. 172, 183, possibly even higher. But the market keeps telling you there is resistance right there. Well, even was over in that area back before. So that's a significant resistance on ZS. NVO probably coming back down to the roadmap line, even though it's a little positive this morning. It's probably coming on back. Got a little excited. But remember, we still got room for it to not, we're still not in the crazy above 20. Even for something that's saving the world by, curing, somewhat curing diabetes. I mean, at least getting people to not, be super diabetic. 20 is still a limit, all right? 20 times sales, still a limit for crazy. They keep ramping up sales, we can keep climbing higher. Same with Lilly. All right. Let's see, there's the earnings. Don't get caught up. I mean, we're at 16 on Lilly. 20 is kind of a limit, so let's keep it in mind. We get over 20, things tend to pull back on any little news. And this one, pulling back right now. So I'm probably going to come back to the roadmap line. I mean, that's the pattern. LOGI. Oh, there's potential to break out here. 76, 79. If the market turns, watch that one. Spot is another one that's showing a lot of strength. Google, another one. Well, that was cool. I don't know what I hit there. Got my fingers off. Google, another one holding a lot of strength. Probably going to go on a big epic run on the next break higher. Amazon even pushing up higher. The entry right now, be above that. Aggressive. I think I may put an alert right there at 131. If we get that break above that, 150, 160. The target I held for, when we were down here, I put that target on the chart up here. We got close, 145, prior high, rejected back off, came back to the roadmap line. Classic price action. We just didn't do it as fast as I kind of hoped. I was a little overly optimistic on time. Time's the hardest part of this thing. HELE. Beautiful. That's a beautiful ray trace to the roadmap line right there. Helen of Troy. And unfortunately, we dipped down. Kind of leaves that right there. We're going to have to get back above the roadmap line, back above that to go higher. could be in for a little deeper retrace, but that actually looks really positive. That's a really nice retrace. Just got some work to do to get back above it. That was probably on earnings this morning. Toyota Motors getting slammed a little bit, probably coming back to the roadmap line, as I suggested before. Came back and hit that box. Roadmap line not far away. Just curious on, yeah, 0.85. Yeah, that one could go a lot higher. LAC, ouch. I'm not sure what the news is on that one, but oh, broken into 2 companies. So that's like a whatever they call it, a spin-off situation. So if you're holding LAC, you probably have whatever the other company is now too. And combined, the 2 shares should add up to what you had before. So LAAC. Ouch. Well, something happened. No bueno there. Calm. That one also getting slammed to a lower low. This is why I warn about this stuff. Look. That was bearish. We spiked down almost to the 1272. Can they be done? I don't know. It's definitely going to take a move back above this. Look at this resistance right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 4 hits right there. 5 hit. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rejections. That's why I was kind of warning about that ZS up there. You get a whole bunch of rejections on one price, you can get a big down. All right. Doesn't have to just break higher. Aetna, or A10 Networks, I guess. ATEN, A10. Ouch. Big down there. That could find a bottom, but I wouldn't bet on it. That can go on down. PKX. POSCO Holdings. Probably come back to the roadmap line right there. There wasn't a whole lot of green. There wasn't a whole lot of red. I just kind of found some stuff. Novartis, they had some drug news. I saw this on, it was on Wall Street Journal last night when I was scrolling through. I think it was something about a COVID vaccine or something like that. I don't even see it right there though. Back below the roadmap line. Be careful. Still in that resistance support. Well, it's a support zone. We came down from the top. We've found the bottom there several times. If it gets below that, we're probably going on down though. So be careful if you're in NVS, VLO. Back to the roadmap line. Classic price action. Can that find a bottom? It could, but it can also go lower at this point. Failed to break out of the top of the box. Bottom of the box can be the target. Be careful. Chasing that one. Oil could retrace, and we could see this come all the way back down. ON. Right back to the roadmap line. That could be the bottom. Of course, it could go lower. It could. Could come on down to 81. But that could be the bottom also. This could be the bottom. Doesn't look likely. Maybe. 118, 129, that target area up there. If that's the bottom, the entry would be above 102. And that's kind of the list right there. That's my expectation for the day. I don't know. We're hunting for a bottom. we could get a massive reversal anytime now. This is kind of like, is it today? I don't know. Is it tomorrow? I don't know. Is it the next day? I don't know. One of these days, we're going to get the final little squiggle. We're doing little squiggles down. We've gotten into this instead of just dropping out like we were right back here. Look, let me zoom this up. See how we did this? Move down, retrace. I got freaked out a little bit, sold a lot of my stuff. We did this acceleration down. Now we're doing little squiggles. We're getting a green day, a red day, green day, red day. We're hunting the bottom. All right, we're not likely to do another acceleration right now. We did that right here. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're hunting the bottom. Once we find it, it's going to rip back out of here. So be careful on that, all right? Be careful being short. You know, I kind of speculated yesterday that might be the way it looks. Maybe a little more drawn out. Time is the hardest part of this thing. So be careful, all right? Be careful, be careful. And that's what's moving today. If you got more questions, I'll be in Discord. The link is in the description if you want to come join me. It's like $5 for 3 months. I mean, it's a heck of a deal. And I'll see you later. Have a great day, everybody.